Good morning, Olivia Designs. This is Papa, and today I'm working on a new design. Well, it's not too new. I've tried several versions of this, and I've bounced it off of a few people, and everybody seems to like it. I'm really kind of excited about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm using some colors that I haven't used before. One of them, well, I'm using this one I use all the time. The black core of this, and then I'm going to use for that, and then I'm going to use a neon pink, and I forget what they call this, acid purple together, and then I'm going to accent it with a black nanocord. Okay, not nano cord. Okay, so here we go. I've got my core there. I'm making this into a regular old bracelet size. Okay, let's try to get this even here. Okay, I've got a lot of stuff on my desk today, and it's a little bit crowded, but I think you guys will tolerate and put up with me for right now while I get this stuff together. Okay, and we're going to pull this out. Come on. Pull out. Here we go. 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 Give a little extra. Okay. And I'm going to cut this and fuse it. Just like that. And like that, so it doesn't fray up on me. And I'm going to put that aside and hold on to that stuff there. Okay, now, hopefully this is going to look nice. Okay, and hopefully when this turns out, it'll be somewhat reversible. Okay, let's see if we can do this like this. Here we go. Let's get this started. One of the things about this square knot that I use for most of my bracelets right now is that the core is not really an important part of the color scheme, but it does peek through, and you really don't see it much when you use the core is the same color as the material that you use to make the knots. Okay, but if you use it as a different color, and once you get going here, you'll see it kind of peeks through a little bit, not by much, but just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to get going here. I'm going to tie some knots. And how long do you think I should make this? Who's going to wear this? That I don't know. That I don't know yet. Maybe I should make it kind of small so that I can put it on one of the kids I teach, and that way maybe I can get a quick snap picture of it. Or if you're watching this and you'd like it, let me know. I'll send it to you as long as you take pictures and send me some pictures of it, what it looks like on you. Okay, so I'm going to make this probably about 6 inches, maybe 6.5, a little longer, just to make sure that it's it'll fit most people's wrists. Okay. Well, while I'm tying this and I'm doing this, I just wanted to chat a little bit about some things that are happening these days. Well, One of the things that did happen, I got to keep tying while I'm talking. One of the things that did happen, I wanted to tell you about, which I thought was really kind of funny, was, do you remember an episode ago or so that I was playing music on in the background just to kind of like keep things kind of nice and airy and pleasant? YouTube flagged them as copyright infringements. My intention was not to use them as background music, but just something to play while I'm working to keep me company. I work better when I've got music going in the background. So I'm not going to do that again, just because I don't want to get flagged again. If I start getting flagged too much, they may start taking some of my stuff down, and I don't want to do that. It's kind of a pain. So here we go. You can almost see the black peeking out from the purple. Now, if you look on this side, you can see it better. You see the black peeking out from the pink. It'll be really kind of cool looking. The purple's kind of darker, and it's harder to see it peeking out, but it's doing that. And then when I put the accent on it, it'll make the purple and the pink pop out more. Okay, so we're going to do this for a bit. Okay, that's about an inch. We've got 5 more to go, and we'll. I did that one backwards. Let's take that apart before we get into it. The reason why I'm doing a live one today on a Thursday instead of on the weekend is because I just happen to have a free day today, and I've missed the last couple of weekends. And this coming weekend is Labor Day weekend, and everybody's going to be kind of busy, so I may not have time to do it again this weekend. And last night, Hurricane Ida blew through, well, the remnants of Hurricane Ida. We didn't get nearly as much as Louisiana and those and all the places that it hit coming up from the south. So, but we got pretty good socking last night, and listening to the scanners, and it was really incredible, all the stuff that the rescue people were doing. And today, schools are closed. Well, most schools are closed. One school had a 2-hour delay. Some others are using, one other is using high school as a, do you hear the dogs barking? That's next door. Somebody must have come home. They get really excited when they come home. Anyway, one of the high schools was set up as an evacuation center for people to go to if they had to be evacuated from their homes. So there's no school today. There's no aftercare today. There's like pretty much nothing today until they get some of these roads reopened. And some things I just don't, last night they were putting up barriers on roads, telling people don't go down there. It's a mess. And there were warnings out saying do not attempt to go anywhere unless you're being evacuated. There were still people who did. Now, I can imagine that there are some people who have to go to work, like doctors and nurses and, people like that, emergency people. But not everybody has to go to work like that. But there were still some people that went to areas that they really, their car just can't go that deep of water. And cars got swept into creeks, into what were creeks were now rivers, and they were really pushing hard. And the rescue operations we were listening to, rescue operations requesting for boats, and the rescue centers were saying that we're all out of boats. You're going to have to wait. And I say, well, we've got people standing on the roof of their cars, and they say, well, we're out of boats. We can't send you what we don't have. And that's what happens when people do things that they, really should judge better as doing, not to do, and it doesn't take much to overburden our first responders as they get out there, and they're trying to help the best they can. But it was difficult for them just to get out, even with their big trucks. It's not like they can swim out and swim and bring you back. It's really too dangerous to do that. So I imagine that there were some people that were a little disappointed that rescue operations didn't come and pick them up like they wanted them to. They figured that, well, I'll go here. Worst comes to worst, somebody will come and rescue me. No, they were busy rescuing other people. So next time, don't do it. um, and don't get stuck. I mean, it's dangerous enough to do that. You can get, but even if you are rescued, the rescuers are risking their lives to pull you out of the water. The water is not just standing water, it's running. It was running. There were landslides. It was just a mess last night. And lucky enough that where we live is higher ground. And we didn't get hit so bad as a lot of other areas that were nearby. There were even tornado touchdowns in some parts. So we had flash flood and tornadoes. And it was just a mess. So today we have off, and I have internet and electricity, so I thought I'd spend the day with you guys making a bracelet with colors that I've been thinking about. I tried this with a blue and pink. And man, that really did turn out very, very nice. So I thought I'd try it with the dark purple, the acid purple, is that they call it. The neon pink I didn't have at the time. I used regular pink for the pink and blue. And that's just about 3 inches already. And with the black core, I think the black core will help make some of this pop out a little bit more. Now, when I do this, one of the difficult parts of this is when I do the black accent to it. It's going to be, because that tends to come untied as I'm trying to tie. So we'll see how that goes. And it takes a little bit more time to do. I hear Harley's awake. Harley's our dog, and he likes to sleep in the bed, but I think right now he wants to get up, and he's too small to jump out of the bed. So I may have to stop in a moment here and pick him up and bring him in here to sit with us. while we do this, and I hope that I don't have to break too much time. So what do you think? 6 inches be good? 6.5? Oh, he's getting upset now. Do you hear him? He's barking away. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Where are you? There you go. Okay, he's sitting on the pillow next to me. He's got his own little pillow. You're such a good boy. And he's sitting there now. While I finish off these knots. And we'll try to get some of this done today. I've also been working on a couple other things too. I want to show you. I did a thing at camp this summer. I was teaching some of the kids how to make bracelets. Actually, I had a lot of help with it too. One of the other counselors was very proficient at doing it. So I did the disc ones. I don't know if you remember. There's a video. Or maybe I'll put it in the links of that, because there were a lot of the kids that I was with were younger, kindergarten, first grade kids. Some of them were older. Some of them were the last week of camp, when some schools were back in session, and not all schools were, so we only had like a third of the kids left. We're able to, up to 4 inches now, we were able to, spend a little bit more time teaching kids how to do bracelets. And we were making some that look like this. So I might go back and review some of these to show you what we did there. When I have some time, maybe in a few days, once we get back and get things running again with the schools, because unless they get the roads cleared out for the school buses to pass, we are going to probably be closed tomorrow unless they can get some of these roads cleared and get some of these people back in their homes. And the Red Cross gets in there to help out. But I couldn't imagine that being like that. The worst I got was a pretty damp basement. It was just coming down so hard that the gutters and drain just couldn't handle everything. So a lot of it soaked into the ground and soaked down and made everything very humid and very damp. Harley, come on. You don't need to sit on my lap right now. I know you want to, and you're a good boy. But I'm trying to do this right now, okay? Whine. Do you hear him whining? He's so needy. He loves to sit with me. I've been so busy this summer. I just have not been able to spend time just sitting with him. What? Unfortunately, he doesn't tie knots, so you can't see him, because I only have the one camera. on right now. There we go. So we're going to keep doing this down until we get down to this 9. We started at 3, we're going to go to 9, and that'll give us 6 inches, and we'll double check the measurement on what's along here. My tape measure that's along here, you can see this. And then we'll start working on the accent one. I like to make sure it's nice and tight so it doesn't fall off. And I made a bunch of square knot bracelets like these without the accents on them, and just like single colors or maybe 2 colors for some of the kids at summer camp who were, as a reward for the ones that were very well behaved, who really tried to help me out a lot. And they liked them. So that's why I think that this might be something that you may like as well. And when this is done, I'll take a picture of this and put it up on Pinterest and Etsy, and maybe I'll do a quick little thingy on Snapchat and TikTok as well. But anyway, if this is something that you think that you would like to have, if you like this, you can just go onto the Etsy shop, do a search for, go onto Etsy and search for Olivia Designs, or use this URL here. I'll post that down below too, or Olivia Designs, spelled like that, oliviadesigns.com, and that'll take you to the shop and take a look for it. And there's a lot of other designs there as well that are really kind of nice, that some people really do have liked, especially the moonstone bracelet. I've had a few people really like those and order them from me. Okay, we're almost there. It's 8.5. Up to 8.5, and we want to get to 9. So this will be 6 inches when it gets to the 9. We start at 3. We're going to get to the 9. Let's move up a little bit so we can see what we're doing, or you can see what I'm doing. I can see what I'm doing, but I would like for you to see what I'm doing as well. And then maybe I'll take a quick break, take care of Harley for a little bit, and then I'll come back with part 2 of this and finish it off. Okay? Does that sound like a good plan? Okay. Oh, and I ran into one of the kids that I made a bracelet for last year. If you go and look at the lemon lime bracelet that's on the Etsy shop, I made it for Monty, and that's what we'll call her for now. And she was wearing it. That was from last year. She really liked that. I'm so proud of it, you know. And she too is also a very good kid at camp who's made the summer enjoyable just by being such a wonderful person. Okay, this looks like it's almost at 7. You can see it there. It's at 6. Okay, so we've got, I want to do another knot just to be sure I get it right. I hate it when they're short. Okay, so there we have it. There's our square nut. I'm gonna take a break, take care of Harley. Maybe he just wants to go downstairs or something. I don't want you guys have to sit through that. So, um, and I'll be back in a moment.